What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map, and we're back downtown. Yes, we are. Downtown. Bye, Ro. Hey, Ro. Bye, Ro. Ro979. Did you guys see Ro's 979's video on, I think it came out on Saturday, where I toured Ro's base. You guys should go check that out if you haven't seen it already. Ro is an old friend of mine. I've known him for years, and we love to play Minecraft together. Okay, guys, what I want to do today is come back to the Haze Tower before I start on any new projects, which is going to come in really soon, guys. I'm going to start a new project pretty soon. But before I do, I want to work on the Haze Tower a little bit, get this up to snuff, maybe start this floor here. This floor is going to be... I don't know if I should tell you or not. Let's see if you guys can guess. I don't know if anyone will guess, but we'll open it up for suggestions. How about that? You guys have any suggestions for the last two levels? I think I may have mentioned it actually in a previous video. So if you already know, put it in the comment section. Let's see if you're paying attention. Let's see if you're paying attention. Okay, what I want to work on today is access chemicals. We're back here. Yes, I know. We worked here on Sunday's Bean Builds to Beats, I believe. And I worked on, let's go show that really quick in case you didn't see that. Why haven't you watched Bean Builds to Beats, though? You should really go watch that. It's a really creative series. It's not my creativity, it's the creativity of people you probably haven't heard of music wise, but this is what I worked on the video. I did a couple of offices. I figured these would be like the higher ups in the company. Let me give you a good look at this. The higher ups, maybe not the top guys in the company, but maybe the top guys. They got nice offices, right? See, it's a little bit cramped in here. I could have fit one big office or two smaller ones. I decided to go with two smaller ones just because it would have been a really big office. And when I make these huge offices, I sometimes don't know what to put in them. Okay. Oh, you like the blinds? I like the blinds. They came out pretty good. Pretty well, I should say. A little painting here. So what I want to work on today is something that I dread, that I hate, that I loathe and despise. Okay. We're going to be working on some cubicles. Do I need to get on the juice? Nah, I think we can go juiceless for this one. There's some natural lighting. Maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to work on some cubicles today because I figured the employees need a place to do their work. Alright, so I'm going to basically fill this room with cubicles. It should be, I don't know, pretty standard. I don't know what you're going to find in an office full of cubicles as far as gameplay goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth one. Yeah, so as far as gameplay, I'm not really 100% sure. A lot of papers, maybe some coffee pots, you know, the things you find in cubicles. I don't know. I've never worked in a cubicle before, and mark my words, guys, I never will. Never will. 3, 4. Working in a cubicle, to me, sounds like a form of torture. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Maybe it's like what hell would be like. You know what I'm saying, guys? Imagine working in a cubicle. If any of you have worked in a cubicle, let me know in the comment section and let me know what your experience was with the cubicles. But oh man, if I were to think of one thing that symbolizes just captivity, human captivity, besides jail, okay, the only thing that I can think of that really symbolizes human captivity or enslavement in these modern times, besides a jail, is a cubicle. Now, cubicles are worse than jail, in my opinion, because if you're in jail, 9 times out of 10, you deserve it. Okay, right? You did something bad, and you don't need to be mingling with society. But oh, if I think about all the poor people who are trapped in cubicles just because they were duped, you know? They were duped by society into doing something that they didn't want to do. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe some people enjoy working in cubicles, but those people are unimaginative. They're uncreative, right? They're not the types of people who are going to make art, right? You know what I'm saying, guys? So, nothing against cubicle people. I mean, we're all different. All human beings are different. So to lump all people who work in cubicles as kind of boring people, that would be unfair. That's very unfair. That's making a generalized statement, and that's not what I'm about, okay? I don't like to make those. But, from my perspective, there's nothing worse for enslavement, the enslavement of the human population, than cubicles. Because, I mean, think about it. What are you doing? First of all, you're not outside. You're indoors. So there's that. That's strike number 1. Okay, that's strike 1 right there. You're indoors. you're making a lot of money generally, right? You're helping somebody make money, but you're not making money for yourself. You get a fraction of the money that you make for that company. You know what I mean? So basically, you're generating revenue for them, and you're seeing a very small payback of that percentage of revenue that you created, right? So you're basically working for someone else without proper compensation. Does that sound like slavery? You're constantly being micromanaged by all these different bosses. Have you guys ever seen the movie Office Space? If you haven't, that's a really funny movie. And it really shows what I think working in a cubicle would be like. Have you got those TPS reports? You didn't put the cover on your TPS reports. We're going to have to write you up. You know what I mean? If you've ever seen Office Space, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. We're going to have to go ahead and ask you to come in this weekend. You know what I mean? It's a Mike Judge film. It's pretty funny. The same guy who does King of the Hill and that sort of thing. But anyway, well, I'm getting off topic here. What I'm trying to say is you're a slave. You're basically a slave, aren't you? What's the difference between this and slavery? The difference is in slavery, they didn't choose it, okay? They were forced into it. But in a way, society kind of forces you into these sort of things sometimes, you know, because we have all these very, very in-the-box ways of thinking. Our society thinks that in order for you to be successful, you must have a steady paying job that's, you know, dependable. And it doesn't matter whether you enjoy it or not. I mean, if you have this job that's steady and you can, you know, start making payments on your house or your car so that you can owe the bank, you know, for the rest of your life, then you're doing well. And in my opinion, that's the opposite of doing well. That is the exact opposite of doing well. Society thinks that doing well is the exact opposite of what doing well is. Doing well is following your passion every single day of your life. Every single day is following your passion, doing what you love to do, doing what you're put on this planet to do. We all have a purpose here on this planet, and I can pretty much guarantee that sitting in a little room, a little cage like this, sitting in a cage like this, making money for someone else while not, you know, reaping any of the rewards, that's not following your passion. That's not following your bliss. That's really not making you happy. And then you're going to say, oh, well, you know, he can afford a car, he can afford a house, but those things don't make you happy either. Right? Well, that doesn't make you happy. What makes a person happy is waking up every morning saying, I wouldn't rather be anywhere else right now. This is what I want to be doing. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be happy about it because this is what I want. How many people in the cubicle say that? I don't know. Maybe there's a lot. Maybe a lot of people are happy, but maybe it's because they don't know any better. So that's why, you know, in my videos, guys, I'm always telling you to be creative, okay? Follow your passions, your dreams, because they'll lead you to where you're supposed to be going, where you need to be going. They're going to lead you to where you're happiest. And that is true success. Our society's got it all wrong. Our society's got it backwards. Our society says, if you work hard and, you know, put your nose to the grindstone, do what you don't want to do for about 50 years, then you can retire and be happy. That's not what life is, guys. That's not how you're supposed to live your life. You're supposed to live your life every single day with that happiness. Happiness is not something that you should aspire to get. Happiness is something that you should have each moment of your life. So when you think about how you want to spend your life, is 8 hours a day in a cage the way you think that you're going to be the happiest? Or are you going to be happiest if you spend time making the art that is begging to come out of your body? Or if you spend time, you know, outdoors, or, you know, whatever makes you happy. We're all different, okay? So I can't presume to say what makes you happy. Only you know that. But I can guarantee you you're not going to find that in a cubicle. In a cubicle, really? I mean, maybe if you work in a cubicle doing something super creative and you're like a higher up in the corporation, maybe that's something. But what I'm trying to say, guys, my overall message here is that happiness is not something to strive for. Happiness is something that you should have at all times. And a lot of people working in cubicles, no offense to you cubicle monkeys, okay? They're not following their dreams, their passions, their inspiration. They're making money for an unseen, faceless entity, is what they're doing. Okay, I think I gotta move this. That's alright. It doesn't always work the first time, and then, yeah, one of these. Alright, there we go. Then I like to do the keyboard, of course. We talked about keyboards in a previous episode, this last week, I believe it was. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, there we go. And then like that. Booyah, we got a computer. A computer. The same with this one. We have to do the exact same thing. So let's do that. Alright, so what else do I want to say about cubicles? You know, I have no experience with them, okay? So I'm talking out of my butt. If you've worked in a cubicle and you are perfectly happy, then let me know in the comment section. Let me know why and how. I'm very curious about that. Why being trapped in a little cage with all these superiors, you know, looking over your shoulder, creating revenue for someone else, how you found joy in that? Because that's something I would really be interested in hearing about. Your personal experience with cubicles. I know most of you are not of the working age, okay? But that's good. That's good because you're not jaded yet. You can listen to what I'm saying, guys. Listen to what I'm saying. Society has it wrong. Society wants you... Listen to me very carefully. Society wants you to spend your life working for someone else because it makes money for other people. It makes money for other people. It keeps the economy flourishing. Although that's the wrong word for it, because what kind of country can flourish when its people are suffering? You know what I mean? So it's all about money. And I think a lot of you are smart enough to know that money is not something that provides happiness. Money is just a tool, right? And you can be happy without money. You can also be happy with money. Money isn't dependent on happiness. It's the other way around. Okay, so I think we're going to end this video here. I mean, I'm just going to do more and more cubicles. I'll do some printers. I'll do some other office type stuff. You know the drill around here, guys. This is the Desolation map. You guys know the drill. I'm going to make this look as realistic as I possibly can. And consider what I said here today, okay? You know, don't take my word for it, but what I'm trying to get you guys to do is think for yourselves, okay? So I'm just a dude with an opinion, right? And it's important that you formulate your own opinion based on the information you have. And what I'm trying to do is give you a little perspective. That's all I'm trying to do. So if you work in a cubicle, don't get mad. Okay, you can dislike the video if you want, but don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you my opinion. And deep down, very deep down, maybe for some of you cubicle jockeys, you know I'm right. You know I'm right, okay? So, I'm going to leave you with that. There's a lot of cubicle action going on in here. I'm going to finish up Access Chemicals this week. I don't see why not. I mean, why wouldn't I? Well, I'm working hard on episode 400, guys. Oh, 400 is going to be a doozy. Yes, it is. It's going to be a doozy. So be ready for episode 400. Those of you who have been following along since the beginning know that every 100 episodes, we get a doozy. I put a lot of effort into my, every 100 videos. So we're going to have a good one this time around. So I hope you guys are amped for that. I'm working hard on it. Thank you to all my actors who have helped so far. All right. That's it for me. Got a lot of work to do in Access Chemicals. I'm going to try to finish it up this week. I'm going to play a lot of Gaia this week. I'm going to work on episode 400 this week. I got a lot to do. But things are shaping up around here. The Desolation map is coming along. I got a lot of things in the works. So don't despair on Desolation. We're going to have some new stuff coming soon. All right, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy Minecrafting. Stay out of the cubicles. Peace.